Alright, guys, big update. Apex Legends has confirmed rank changes, and they've talked about how ranks work this season and how they're gonna fix it. I have seen almost the full thing, and it could work, it could not. We'll have to see, but I want to jump right into this. So I'm gonna be skimming most of this, by the way. Basically, in this, they are going to share their thoughts around the state of ranked play. And luckily, they give us, too long to read. Basically, they've addressed some problems like the overly generous ladder points and the bugs, which Arsenal's LP tuning was intended to be generous, but not this generous. Its current tuning is causing a series of cascading issues with the rest of the rank system. We are tightening the amount of LP awarded and bonuses included for Season 18. Of course, they talk about the bugs, and for the future changes, they say that Season 18 will focus on refining the rank tuning and stability, and they're going to take a deep breath and take the time needed to prepare for an even tighter and more competitive rank system. And they go on to talk about what's been happening. They've intended this rank system be a learning experience, but some bugs and the rank system cause the ladder points to be extremely generous. And what they're focusing on is to lower the amount of LP distributed in a match to even out the distribution of ranked players. Which, for the first focus, I think is a pretty good idea, but I'm not too sure how they're going to do this. Of course, the changes are a little later in the article, so we'll get to those. This is the bonuses, which I obviously had a big problem with. Go watch the last video, by the way. About ranked, at least. But when a player's ranked vastly exceeds matchmaking rating, MMR, which I suggested to remove, the bonuses get withholded. So basically, what that means is every time I was talking about like the kills, the bonuses, how they don't matter, they actually didn't matter. It's not a bug. They just didn't matter because your rank was higher than the MMR, which me personally I think is stupid. And I hope they deal with it. Basically, when their rank was 1 to 2 tiers higher than the MMR, it caused the bonus system withhold all bonus, which future adjustments the state will return to being hard to reach, which, of course, I think is a good thing, as you'll get more bonuses. Average player not seeing bonuses, they'll need to raise their MMR by actively defeating multiple squads per match while placing high in order to start getting bonuses again. Again, I feel like if you get a lot of kills and you win the game, you should still get those bonuses, even if in the lesser state. But I can understand seeing how, if you get a teammate that carries you and you're in Masters when you should be in like gold, I can understand why it would withhold some. But I just feel like it's stupid in general. But Season 18 focus for this is to add a minimum elimination bonus increase based on the player's MMR that will exempt from bonus withholding and bumping up the elim bonus slightly. So what I think that means is that if you get enough eliminations, you will get a bonus no matter what. But to get bigger bonus, you have to match your MMR, which I can see being a good change. I just have to see how it works first. Like, if I get a whole squad wipe and I don't get any points, just because I'm a high rank, I'd still be mad at that. But say I only get 1 kill and we die in like top 13, then yeah, I shouldn't get that much bonuses for. Of course, rank distribution, as you can see in this graph that I have to zoom in for. The rank should be around like this, and if you can see at Masters, it is not like that at all. The graph is definitely skewed to being more Masters. But what they say is the inflation of Masters players is caused of a mix of bugs and overly generous LP tuning. This distribution is indicated in the below graph with a dotted line for players from Rookie 4 to 36,000 LP. And like I showed before, the graph should be like this, a curve, and not like a random spike at one of the highest spots, which I understand. Our next steps. LP gains per match will be decreased to address the shift in ranking distribution, and adding a rule set that only applies to Diamond Plus. And when I see this, I'm thinking, so it's going to be harder, it's going to be significantly harder for Diamonds and up, but it's still gonna be relatively easy to get to Diamond. That's what I want to see, because me personally, I'm fine with getting Diamond. Sure, I got Masters this season because it's easy to get Masters, but I'm fine with getting Diamond. A dive trail is a dive trail. And, I love the blue dive trail better because blue's my favorite color, not purple. But it's interesting to see that it's only Diamond Plus for this rule set, which basically addresses the large concentration of players creeping above. Players in these ranked tiers will have increased stakes in LP losses, decreasing rating bonus and loss mitigation. So there'll be less loss mitigation, less rating bonuses, and more LP cost, I'm assuming, from Diamond Plus, which it makes it seem like it's going to stay at a set spot from Rookie to Platinum, and then in Diamond it goes up, which is an interesting change. Yes, it'll slow the pace to Masters, but it's not going to slow the pace to Diamond. It just seems like to me that it's going to shoot that Diamond 4 up to where that Masters was before, because they can't reach Masters that easily. Playing the Battle Royale. Basically what they're saying is there's more climatic endgames with multiple squads, and just camping. And they want ALGS type with intense firefights. And they're happy that this is happening more frequently, but they want more people to detect potential intensity of the play. Even 2 additional players alive at the 15-minute match mark. And for this, it used to be around 10 to 14 squads, and then now, since Season 17, it's gone up to 16, which, of course, they want it higher. And in my opinion, I don't like that, because I'm terrible at scrims, in my opinion. I can't fight scrims at all, because I just get triple teamed. I can't get a good spot most of the time, because I'm rotating late. But I definitely understand, whenever I get a good position and I can actually fight, it is very fun. So I can understand why they want to focus on that. And, of course, this is the ratting part. Time spent idle during match. Time spent crouched. Time spent standing. Yeah, it's gone up significantly since Season 17 first started. And a portion of this is due for the number of players awaiting until ring closures. But it's mostly due to players in hiding and avoiding others. We have noticed a particular pattern in both ranked and ALG levels. Teams stay outside of the ring and delay interacting with others to gain team points. Yeah, of course, one of the changes that hasn't been said here yet is they're going to make the ring do more damage, which I find very interesting and I like it a lot, because I hate ring fights. I hate staying in the ring. I don't like people who just sit in the ring, and I would like ring damage to be higher. Hiding and avoiding firefights isn't a rewarding way to play Apex, and Season 18 has some updates to target this. Like I said, adjusting ring timings to increase mid-game encounters, ring damage tuning to enforce players inside the ring, and fix the number of ratting spots, which basically a bunch of the spots that, you can hide in. Definitely some of the OP spots where you can't get hit at all. I don't think they are going to remove some of the spots that you just can't see them with, but they're definitely going to remove the OP spots where you can't get hit at all. That's obvious. Matchmaking, which was my biggest problem. While we generally matchmake based off MMR, we started using ranking in place of a player's MMR when their ranking exceeds the MMR equivalent. An extreme example, if a gold MMR player has an LP ranking of diamond, this player would be matched into a diamond lobby. Which, of course, this is how it should be. Because if you're diamond, you should be playing diamond players. If you're masters, you should be playing masters players, and not gold players, which your MMR is at. This is to ensure MMR and LP rankings are connected and can both help guide players to an accurate rank. If players succeed in these more difficult matchmaking situations, we allow them to continue climbing. Unfortunately, too many players in the game have inflated LP because of the generous tuning. This effectively creates a game full of players with lower MMR than the current rank, nullifying the effect of this mechanic. Okay. You've been matching with a higher range of skill players. That's how it should be. This wasn't intended. Interesting. See, the focus for Season 18 on this is to update matchmaking to better handle players that are actively challenging their MMR to ensure competitively challenging match that mirrors their current rankings. Now, when I read this, I get worried a little bit because it seems like they want you fighting people based on their MMR and not when you're in diamond, you fight diamond players. Which it should not be that way. If you're a diamond, you should fight diamond players. That's just what it seems like to me. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. Match quality. Total damage per match. Season 17 start. Damage dealt by players. It has gone up significantly from around 2550, 500, 500 to 2800. Which is interesting. Its new matchmaking album is producing more competitive matches overall. We use this to have an understanding of match intensity. In contrast, a more fair match will have squads fighting, taking cover and recovering, resulting in a more overall damage dealt in the game. Which makes it seem to them that this matchmaking system is more fair. Which, of course, they're changing it to where it will be more fair, of course, but many squads are decimated on your outlier squad. Again, if you're good, it should be like that, but I understand a more fair match like that, so started the green around May 18th. Player decline. Yeah, it has been going down a bit. Queue time. We believe queue times are too short, contributing to a higher chance your match outside of your MMR. Of course, a lot of pros talk about this. This is something I really agree with the pros. If you're in a higher spot, then matchmaking should take longer to find people of your skill. And seconds. It usually takes around 25 to 30 seconds between each rank. And it goes up slightly from Masters to Rookie. Rookie to Masters. The system's trying to find players with similar MMR. The longer it searches, the closer the match. Waiting forever isn't fun either, of course. I do that a lot because I play solo duos. So I do wait like 3 to 5 minutes just for a game. Matchmaking is falling at the extreme end of high skill. Too wide MMR range. Season 18 focus. This elusive root cause of this bug has been identified, and we're actively working on a fix. Consistent high-end matches and experiences. The rest of the population is very stable and are more consistently matching with closer MMR values. The graph below suggests adjusted MMR with the game, highlighting how close MMR is matches based on the current MMR plus LP overall. OP. Overall, the value is consistent across all play, but at the highest tier of play. This is great because it means that matchmaking is working consistently and delivering constantly competitive matches for most players. With skill rating goes up a lot at the spot. Even though it's consistent, then width above 1.5 tiers is still bigger and we are confident that we can tighten matches to divisions instead of tiers. Divisions instead of tiers. I do like that because a Diamond 4 player, a Diamond 4 player can be very different than a Diamond 1 player, in my opinion. So I do like how you're trying to focus on more direct divisions and not just overall tiers, which I found it interesting. Can focus for Season 18. Another one, of course, this one. Continuing improvements and updates to make matchmaking as a whole. These will ship as they're ready and are not locked to patch cycles. Season 18 and beyond, which the end of the article and the actual changes. Of course, a lot of the changes has been said in the Season 18 focus, but they're kind of bundling all together in here. The team has been working hard. The team is hard at work digging into Arsenal's data, working to address known bugs and refining the rank system. If you made it this far, thanks for your time. Thanks for your time as well for watching this video. Basically, an overview. Thank you for watching. Here's a quick recap. Of course, I'll probably tell you if you want a quick recap, stick to this time, because a lot of you don't watch the full video, of course. Of course, if you want to read the full thing, go and read it, but here's the full recap. Decreasing overall LP games per match to combat the overall shift to rank distribution, which decreases LP gains, which definitely could work. Adding a rule set to only applies to Diamond Plus to properly dial in the top of the ladder, which is players in these ranked tiers will have increased stakes and losses, decreasing rating bonuses and loss mitigations, which I see as Rookie to Platinum is all the same, and then Diamond Plus it increases how hard everything is, which could be interesting. Adding a minimum elimination bonus increase based on the player's MMR and buffing elimination bonuses in general. And of course, one of the big things, probably the best sentence in the whole article, eliminations should always be a contributor to your rank. It should not be just placement, it should be eliminations and placement. Eliminations, I'm glad that they're getting a buff. I do like the minimum elimination bonus increase, and I overall like that change a lot. Increasing action in the ring by adjusting ring damage, that's another one of my favorite parts. I don't like ring fights, I don't like sitting in the ring. I think that's a very good one. Adjusting ring timings to create more mid-game encounters and less pre-finale lulls, which, yeah, I can see too. Making more mid-fight matches will make endgame more easier for players that aren't too good in scrims, which I do like. Updating matchmaking to better handle players that are actively challenging their MMR for more competitively challenging matches that mirror their ranking. Which again, I don't like MMR, but I'd like to see how this works out. And that's the whole thing. Waiting till Season 18 for these updates gives us more data to further inform these changes and strengthens our tuning. But it also gives players to make it to their first Masters time to relish the moment. If you earn Masters in Arsenal, you keep it. You played by the game rules we implemented, and hopefully Season 18 will challenge you to earn it again. Which, of course, a lot of the pro players say, oh, this doesn't matter. Just because it's Season 18 or just because it's Season 12, it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you actively tried and you didn't camp the whole way, it matters. And of course, you're never going to get it again. I'm not going to get Masters ever again. But I'm still happy about it, kind of. And overall, you deserved Masters, unless you ratted. You deserved it. Don't listen to what the pros say. Even if everything's inflated and it doesn't mean much, you still got to it, and that's all that matters. We want to deliver the best ranked BR experience in the world with the tightest matchmaking and the sweatiest competition at every rank tier. Splits will not be returning for now, as we are focusing on monitoring and further fine-tuning, which is a big W. I hate splits. We look forward to sharing more updates on ranked and how we plan to achieve our goals, especially as we approach Season 19, which is already in motion. Of course, there's going to be ranked AMA on the Reddit. But overall, I am skeptical about these rank changes, but I do like them. I feel like they can work. The best part is the ring and the kills, and the worst part is keeping the MMR. But overall, it's pretty good. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you in another video, another short, or whatever I do. And I'll see you next time. Peace.